It's Cara, welcome back. Today we are going to take some basic stock cabinets and give them a glow up. This is one of my favorite ways to make something basic look like it was made completely custom for your space, and it doesn't take a lot of budget to do it. I feel like a lot of people think custom has to mean expensive, but honestly, it's just about slowing down and adding a little creativity. So that's what we're gonna do today. Slow down, add some love, and turn these cabinets into something amazing. Let's get to work. So you can buy stock cabinets in store, or you can get them ready to assemble. They're really easy because everything is pre-cut for you. They're also way cheaper if you choose to do it yourself. I actually ended up getting these off of somebody local. They have like resale stores that have a lot of like back stock and extra stock. So if you have one of those in your area, I would check it first because these are about half the cost of normal stock cabinets that come assembled. So I saved not only by using stock cabinets, but also snagging these on the cheap and assembling them myself. Right now I'm just unpacking the box and laying everything out. I'm using two 36-inch drawer base cabinets. They have 3 drawers each, and I love this idea because it's really hard to get into base cabinets sometimes with doors, and drawers just make it so much easier to see and access everything. Okay, now it's time to assemble them. I will put timestamps in the caption for when you can jump ahead if yours are pre-assembled. But basically you start by laying the face frame face down. I like to use cardboard or something so it won't scratch, and now I'm just going to attach the sides. Pro tip, you want to be sure to use wood glue. It's going to help keep all of your joints secure and even and just lead to it being way more durable. So these go together really similar to flat pack furniture like from IKEA. There's a groove that the side panel goes into, and then there's screw holes with little brackets that attach to keep everything straight. So you just want to overfill your groove with glue, slide in that panel, and make sure the bottom channels are lined up. The base of the cabinet is going to slide in there. Yours should have instructions if they're built a little bit differently, but the tips are use wood glue, use a speed square when necessary, because getting cabinets completely square when you're building them is really going to help when you go to install them, making sure everything is square and plumb and lined up. This is my other favorite hack, is to keep the screws in a little tiny bowl when you're doing pre-assembled furniture. I cannot tell you how many screws and hardware I have lost by just taking it out on the floor. So grab a little dish, keep your screws all in one place. So I'm just using a drill, and these holes are pre-drilled, so I know exactly where my screw is going so that everything lines up perfectly. And I'm drilling in everything at a low speed so I don't over tighten the screw. Okay, so 2 panels are on, and now it's time to add the base. There's a little groove that this base slides in, and you just want to add plenty of glue on both sides as well as the bottom. And just like that, we almost have a cabinet. Okay, now it's time to add on the back. So this works similarly to the sides in that we're lining up a groove, and there's brackets, these 90-degree brackets that we're going to be screwing into. So I've added glue to everything. Okay, I just need to put the screws in, and then that's the base cabinet. This is going to dry while I start prepping the floor for install, and then I'll come back and assemble all the drawers. So I have these horrible linoleum floors. I double checked that there's no asbestos, so I'm just going to rip them out little by little, starting with the area where I'm installing these cabinets. Of course, I just need one piece to come off, and it fought me with its life. Also, this super cute vest that I'm wearing is from my workwear line, Do the Work, and it is linked on my store. Okay. Here's a little sneak peek of a cabinet fully installed. I know I haven't showed you the drawers yet, but I just feel like we need to get one in there so we can see how it looks. These are pretty heavy when they have drawers in them, so I would recommend either taking the drawers out if you're moving them yourself so you don't have to struggle like this, or having someone help you put them in place. But if you're like me with no patience, we have to do things the hard way. I can't explain it. We just have to. Okay, look how it's looking. It's almost becoming a real kitchen in here. Who's excited? And this is what it looks like if you take the drawers out. See how much faster that goes? You just put these right next to each other. They're going to screw into the wall, the back of the wall, attached to studs, and you're going to make sure they're level on the bottom with shims if needed. Back to the drawers. They're super easy. You just add wood glue to the dovetail joints on each side. You hammer them together with a mallet to keep it straight. Then you're going to slide this backer board in to the grooves, again adding more glue just to keep everything extra secure. It's going to make it way more durable. Once you slide the middle in, you can add the back panel, and you want to set these aside to dry. I'm installing a butcher block countertop in here, one, because it's really affordable. I got this from Home Depot on sale, and two, it's going to give really great wood texture. I still need to seal it, but can you see the vision? It's going to be so good. Okay, time to add the drawers. These are bottom mount drawer slides, which are the easiest ones to install. The holes came pre-drilled in my cabinet, so it was very intuitive on where to put them. And then the drawer just sits right on top of the drawer slide. There's a little hole in the back that a pin goes into, and you don't have to actually screw the drawer in. They're soft close, which is so satisfying. But yeah, so easy. Just pull out the drawer slides and put the drawer on top. All right, quick tip. If you're painting cabinets, you have to start with a shellac primer. I know it's tempting to use whatever you have lying around, but cabinets get a lot of wear and tear, and this is the secret to making sure your paint doesn't scratch the first time you touch them. It sticks to almost anything, blocks stains, and gives you the smoothest base for your paint. It's worth every penny. Cool, so I just primed all the cabinets and it didn't record. So all you need to know, I used a 4-inch roller, like a little baby one, and a foam roller, so it gets super, super smooth. 2 coats and sanded in between if needed. I skipped it and I just sanded like if there was blobs. All primed and ready to go. I still need to cut the countertop down, but first let's add some texture. If you've been around here a while, you know I love to use pull wrap as fluted texture. You can roll it up and cut it with a miter saw, and now I'm just adding some construction adhesive to the back, and I'm going to stick this in the middle of the drawer just to give it a little bit of added texture so it's not just flat. So this material is essentially made to be wrapped around basement poles to make them look like a column, but when I ran into it in store at the Home Depot back in 2020, at the time everyone was cutting teeny tiny dowels for fluted texture, and I saw it and I was like, this is it. So I made these doors, it went viral, and now it's everywhere. It comes in red oak or maple, and I find it's easier when you paint one coat before you install it, so then all you have to do is touch up paint and a second coat. And yes, you can just use scissors to cut between each piece because they are bonded on the back with paper. Make sure it's secure and let it dry. My favorite way to make cabinets look custom is to add a little bit of texture. Even the simplest trim, beadboard, or a little bit of reeded texture instantly makes a flat door look high-end. It's a small change that makes a huge difference, and it works whether your style is modern, cottage, or somewhere in between. Time for my other top secret paint hack. So I mix polyacrylic and Behr's Scuff Defense paint in matte together. This helps thin out the texture of the paint, and it helps it go on really smoothly with a roller. It's going to look like you used a sprayer. Now, obviously, your finish is going to be way better if you use a sprayer, but I found it's almost indistinguishable with this hack. It's a lot cheaper, and I honestly just hate cleaning sprayers. So I honestly did not foresee myself picking a greige. I really saw this going in a different direction, but when you see the hardware I picked, I think it's going to all make sense. And of course, I figure I can always just repaint it later if I want to go wild and do like a deep jewel tone. So paint, paint, paint. It is so satisfying to watch the color go on. Cabinets that are white look really fresh, but something about colored cabinets is just more fun. Okay, that picture's not great because of the lighting. But anyway, let's add the hardware. The Vision was antique brass. I love everything gold, but I'm loving antique brass because it just looks more realistic than brass that's too shiny. These are from Amazon. They're so affordable. They're extra long cup handles, which are really functional and also make a statement. The links are in the description. You have to let me know what you think about this paint color, or should we repaint them something else? And here's what they look like after. I think they look magical. Also, I glued trim on my fridge and painted it and turned it from a basic fridge into a panel ready one. So let me know if you want details. If you want to see more projects like this or just hang out while we figure it out together, hit subscribe. All the links are in the bio, and thanks for watching. Now go make something. Now I found the flow.
I'ma need you to keep up, not slowing down anymore.
What you want, don't ever call me a side. You know what I want, girl, I'm trying to make you mine.